All right guys, today on the Art of Plating, we're gonna talk about a few classic Italian dishes, comfort food at its best. Nobody did it better. All right, so we're gonna start off with a pasta aglio e olio. Super simple dish. Aglio is the garlic in the dish and olio is olive oil. So it's garlic, olive oil, some Parmesan cheese, freshly grated over the top, and then a little parsley just to kind of cut through the richness of everything. And then we're gonna go into one of my favorite dishes, a chicken piccata with asparagus, some baby potatoes, capers, a little white wine reduction, and a little cream just to pull everything together. Sit back, enjoy a nice plate of this while you're watching a movie or while you're entertaining 10 of your closest friends for a dinner. Either way, totally works. Stay tuned. Alright, hey guys, on today's episode we're going to do a very classic near and dear dish. It's pasta aglio e olio, and it's a very simple comfort food that anybody can make. It's amazing. We've got some pasta that we've cooked off. We're just going to reserve this into a bowl. We don't want to drain it too much. We want some of that pasta water to go into the bowl. Alright. Now we are going to saute our garlic. We don't want a ton of color on there, just a little bit, just to make it translucent. Open up those nice roasty toasty flavors. And the other part of the aglio e olio is the olive oil. And we're not being shy here, a decent amount, intentional. And right into the pan with the garlic. Now what else could we add in here? We could add some clams, also a very classic preparation that you would usually see. Maybe some brunoise shallot, some capers, anything like that would totally work. Alright, we're just gonna mix these around. You can see the action here. There's just kind of frying away in that garlic, and that's what we want to see. We're going to hit ours with a little twist today. We're going to add some white wine and deglaze it. Add a little foundation to the sauce that we're going to make. And we're going to add some chopped parsley and chopped basil as well. So we chop herbs, roll them into a bunch. So we have a solid mass to chop. And always, let's talk about knife etiquette here. We're going to always hold our knuckles in and this lead, our fingertips in. The lead knuckle is going to be the guide for our knife, right? So we do mess up. If we do slip, we're not losing a finger, and we can still add that ring at the end of the day. All right, we're starting to get a little color on the garlic. Parsley is done. Just a rough chop right into the noodles. Doesn't need to have anything happen to it. All right, we wanted to add the white wine. So we're going to clean up here while this is reducing down, sizzling, splattering, popping away. We're always working clean, just like we talked about in the last episode. So you can see how that garlic has some really nice golden brown. That's that roasty, toasty flavor that we wanted to see. It's really going to bring the dish through. Reducing down that wine. And that's it. We're going to add our pasta. Give it a few shakes. So We've added our pasta. Now we're gonna add our Parmesan. Got our fresh basil here, right into the pasta dish. We're gonna add some of the Parmesan. It's gonna kind of tie it together. Creating our sauce right in the pan. One pot cookery at its best, comfort Italian food. Let's grab a plate and some tongs. So, all we're gonna do here is just a little nesting technique. Just gonna pull everything together, make it super nice looking on the plate, little bird's nest. And everything's about tiny food because it looks great. All right, let's get some of that garlic in there. Nice golden brown, beautiful color on there. I'm gonna add some more Parmesan and more because cheese is delicious, makes the dish. And some pink peppercorns as well. All right, there you go. One of the most simple but delicious little dishes that you can make. Super easy. All your friends will come back for more. This is pasta aglio e olio. Enjoy. All right guys, today we're gonna make a lemon chicken piccata. Doesn't get much better than this. We've got super simple ingredients you can find anywhere. They come together amazingly. This has got a real nice play on a little tang, some acidity from some white wine, a little creaminess from some heavy cream, shocker, and all the veggies to go with it so you feel good about yourself in the morning. All right, we are going to start with just some chicken breast that we've thinly sliced. And then we're going to salt it. I like to use tongs here. It keeps my hands clean. No cross-contamination going on today. We care about the people we're feeding. We don't want them to get sick. All right, and then a little flour. Flip it over again. So we're adding this so it's gonna build a little extra density into the sauce, make it a little thicker, pull everything together, almost like a little compound roux. And if you find a way to coat something in flour without getting it everywhere, let me know. You'll be a millionaire before you know it. All right, olive oil into the pan, here we go. Crank it up on high. We salted the chicken before we put the flour on so it stays on there, it doesn't fall off into the pan. This flour is gonna create a little coating. All right. So a little quick wipe, always talking about working clean. And there we go. And by now, guess what? Pan's ready to go. Shake off the excess, but do make sure every piece is coated. It's gonna create a nice little crust on the chicken that when you have the sauce on top is really gonna go nicely together. And then shake off the extra. Into the hot pan we go. Boom. We're ready, we're rocking and rolling. All right, what else do we have to go with this? We have some nice new potatoes, little baby Yukon potatoes as they'd be called as well. And we have some asparagus. We just came in, we've trimmed the edge off that's nice and woodsy. We don't want that in the dish. And so we're gonna just cut this onto a bias into thirds. There we go. Nice small pan friendly sizes. Right back onto our pan. Onto our plate here. All right, we're gonna crank it down about medium heat. We're building everything in this pan And when we deglaze it with the wine, it's gonna pull all those flavors back into the sauce that we're gonna create. It's gonna be great. All right, let's see what we have here. Starting to get a little color on there, as you can see. That's what we're looking for. We're gonna flip it. Gonna add our asparagus. A little bit more olive oil. We're gonna salt it. Healthy amount of salt there. Cleaning up as we go. It's one nice thing about these induction cooktops. They're really easy to clean, keep on going without missing a beat. So a little bit about myself. I got into cooking a little over 20 years ago, back when the dinosaurs still roamed the earth, so forever ago. I worked in the restaurant world forever, and then I started my personal chef business, Down to Earth Cuisine, as a way to be able to create meals using nice, organic, responsibly sourced ingredients. We are focusing on reducing plastic in every way possible, something we really care about, really believe in, and doing it with less plastic and a more sustainable. That's what the business is built on. We absolutely believe that you can have some amazing food without having a negative impact on the environment and the people around you. Working in the restaurant world, you didn't always see that higher quality of ingredients. It's all about the bottom dollar there. And so I wanted to have something where our avenue, our outlet of creativity, the food, the plate, could be done in a better way. And so that's what Down to Earth Cuisine was created around. Spending all that time in the restaurant world so you don't have to. Now we're going to show the tips, bring it to your table. All right, so we've got the asparagus that's cooked for a few minutes in there. Now we're going to add our fingerling potatoes. Really simple dish here. You could also add some shiitake mushrooms, maybe some artichokes, kind of whatever your heart desires. We're going to add some capers as well. It's going to be that salty, briny goodness the dish will enjoy. Now, all right, we got a few things going on here. We have the chicken. It has our color that we were looking for. It's starting to get a little more firm, which means it's getting close to being done. Now we're going to add some dry white wine. Give it a little shake. And so all of that work that we put into building the flavor in the bottom of the pan is now back into the sauce. And we've deglazed the pan, which just means to add a liquid. Usually it's going to have an acid. And usually you would scrape the bottom of the pan, and that's why we shake it, so it really pulls up all those nice fun bits from the bottom of the pan. We're going to flip our chicken over here. Let the other side take a little bath in that white wine. Everybody loves it. And then let's add some freshness right at the end here. Fresh chopped parsley. We're talking about cooking with our senses, right? Can you hear that sizzle getting more intense? That means the liquid is almost gone, and it's more oil to liquid ratio, which is now frying, and you can hear that in the pan. Before, you couldn't hear anything. That's because it was essentially boiling water. So we know by hearing it, the wine is almost gone. We're going to take a look. It is. And now we add our heavy cream, a little more salt. Give it a wipe here. And let's chop some parsley. So we're gonna roll it into a bunch. Slicing it just like you would an onion or anything like that. And by us having everything rolled into a bunch, it allows that. And this is absolutely the freshness that the dish needs. And that's it, we're done. Take it off the heat, let it rest a little bit. clean up our board. Toss everything. So we're gonna come into the plating aspect of this chicken piccata dish. We have our potatoes, asparagus, capers, white wine reduction. We pulled it all together with a little heavy cream, finished it with some parsley at the end because it needs that freshness to cut through all those rich flavors that we have going on. This is something you could expect to see at a private dinner. This is something that we offer at Down to Earth Cuisine. We love doing the multi-course tasting menus, and this is a great example of it. You could sit down, enjoy a glass of wine with some of your friends. Maybe you're celebrating a birthday, holiday event, corporate team building exercise, or maybe you just wanted to, do a staycation and stay in for a Wednesday night and make it special. Whatever the occasion is, we can come in and help you to celebrate that. We're in the business of creating memories, and we do it really well. So here's an example of what you could expect to see there. All right, we're just gonna go super pinky up. And today what we're gonna talk about with this plating technique is, as always, we're gonna have lots of negative space. That's really gonna lend itself well to what we're trying to do here and make everything pop. And we're gonna create kind of a offset center straight line here, and everything will follow that. You could always just throw it onto the plate, dump the sauce on top, but I mean, what are we doing here? All right, so we're gonna crisscross some asparagus, some of our beautiful golden brown potatoes. We roasted these off in the pan first, just because they wouldn't have had time to cook in our quick a la minute setting here. We're gonna get some of those capers. Those are the little flavor pops that we wanna see. All right, a little bit more here. I like this one, looks nice. Just don't breathe when you carry it out to the table, because if you move a little bit, it's gonna go off course. All right, and let's add some sauce here. Just gonna tilt the pan. This is a classic example of what you would call a pan sauce, right? We did a few things here. We seared the chicken, and then we added our vegetables. We deglazed it so we could remove all of that fun deliciousness that we created in the pan, and then we added a fat to carry it through, and in this case that was our heavy cream. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt here because everything needs it, and that's it. That's course one of a plated dish that you could expect to see with us at Down to Earth Cuisine. This is a lemon chicken piccata. Doesn't get much more classic Italian than this, maybe Americana Italian, but delicious nonetheless. We've got the cream sauce, potatoes, asparagus, parsley, and that's it. That's a wrap. Enjoy. All right, so thanks for tuning in today on The Art of Plating. We hope that you've come away with a few fun tips to make your plating that much better. We had the pasta aglio e olio. We have the lemon chicken piccata here. Both of these dishes, super easy, comfort food, Italian at its best. This guy is really gonna wow your friends. We have lots of requests for this dish, both with our meal prep service at Down to Earth Cuisine and our private dinners. Stay tuned for the next episode. We're gonna go into some really fun plating tips there. We're really gonna put the pinky up and see what happens. Check it out.